to make this cute little suit card, this I think was originally designed by Jackie Topa, so thank you for the idea. It's awesome. I'm going to show you how to do it, and the first thing you're going to start with is a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of black cardstock, which we have here, and you're going to measure 2.5 inches down. I like to use my grid sheet for these kind of things, and then I just put my ruler at 2.5 and draw myself a line. And then what you're going to do is cut a slit down the center, which is going to be at 2 inches. And here I have one that I've already done that with. You can see the slit. And this you can just turn over and make the back. So then on here we're going to measure in 1 1/4 inches from each side. And again, I just use my grid sheet because it's easy. And put a little tick mark. And put a tick mark. Okay, and then from here we're going to fold from your little 1 1/4 tick mark down to the center of this right here. And to make that easier, I'm going to actually use my trimmer with the scoring blade in it, and it's a little tricky. You kind of have to feel with your finger here to get this center on the line. And the same thing again. And what I'm doing is just moving this back and forth, and my fingernail will hit the groove. So then you have a scored line, and then just fold these back. Crease it with your bone folder. Okay, and then to make this little notch in your collar, you just kind of hold it together right here, and you don't want to crease this, so be gentle, and just cut a little triangle out. And there is no measurement to this, you just eyeball it and make a little triangle. And there you go. So now we get on the right side and fold these back, and then you have a nice little notch in your collar. Now then, to make the little pocket slot here, all you're going to do, and again this is something you just eyeball, is right here put about a 1/2 inch slit to put this ribbon through. Here I have the little slit in my cardstock to put the little handkerchief in. And you're going to need 2 pieces of satin ribbon, one 3 inches and one 6 inches. And here's a little trick. I keep a pair of paper snips just for ribbon, and I put a little ribbon on the handle so I know those are my paper snips. And the reason I do that is when you cut paper or cardstock with scissors, it dulls them. And if you keep a pair just for ribbon, it'll cut nice every time. And if you sew or had a parent that sewed, you will remember that you do not take those sewing scissors or you'll be in big trouble. So now I'm just going to fold this ribbon and stick it through the slot. And you just pull it until you get it there how you want it. And that's pretty simple. And so you're going to set this aside for a minute, and we're going to work on the shirt in here. For the shirt, you need a piece of designer series paper that is 3 by 4 inches. And then we're going to fold back. You're going to fold back a 1/2 inch from the top. So again, you can score this 1/2 inch. And then fold that back. And then to make the collar, I like to put a little mark where my center is, and since this is 3 inches, my center is at 1 3/4. or I'm sorry, 1.5. Let's see if I can do some math here. Just so I know where I'm trying to get to. And then you want to match up the this side with the first one, as far as how far down it is. And there, that will make your little collar. You can see it right here. And I put mine right behind here, and you want this sticking up 1/4 inch. Now, if you had a pattern paper that was the same color on both sides, you might be able to get away with this, but since my yellow shows through here, I just cut a little piece, a little square, and cut it in half to make triangles and just layer it on there to cover that up. And there's what it looks like with the little triangles on there. So now when you stick it behind here, you're not going to see any of that yellow. Now when I make the hole for the tie, go ahead and open this back up and look back here, and again you just want to kind of do centering as best you can, and you want your hole to actually end up right here below this fold. I think I'm going to use the larger 3/16 inch hole. So there you go. And there's from the front, so there's your collar again. Now to make your tie, all you do is take your 6-inch piece of ribbon and just put a knot in it. And when you're pulling this, you can watch, and if you just start pulling, you can see that it starts forming this little tie shape. You know, it's bigger at the top than the bottom. And so what I do is just take this end, and that's what you're going to put through the hole. And then I use a glue dot, and you have to fuss with this a little bit sometimes, to secure it under the knot right here, and then I also put one in the back. And then, let's see here. And once you get that secured, then you're going to secure down these two collars here again with another glue dot. Just going to put adhesive on here. You can use Tombow liquid adhesive or more of the sticky strip and adhere it like this. And what I do is, this is 5 1/4, and to fit in a regular envelope you need it to only be 5 1/2. So I put the shirt at 5 1/2, and then I put this at the bottom line and then adhere it on there like that, and then I know it's going to fit in an envelope. The last thing you're going to do is add your buttons. These are regular buttons that actual real buttons that I got at the store, and you can put those on again with some mini glue dots, or you can use the Sizzlet button die and add those on. I think the real ones are kind of cute myself. And then the last thing you're going to do is actually put this on a card. Now a normal card is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. This is only 4 inches wide, and rather than have it be matted by a card, I cut my card itself to 5 1/4 by 4, and then here it is. And I use the gray to coordinate with this nice little gray shirt, and you have it there.